Hey there, comic book fans. I am back from the comic shop again this week. It was a big week for me at the comic shop. I got 8 comics. And not my usual backdrop. My easel's not behind me because I got a barbecue going on this weekend, so that I had to clean up my easel and make some room for people. So I feel a little naked with my shelf showing. But I still don't even have my Spider-Man variant cover that I made myself and my Avengers variant cover, but they're up on eBay still if you want them. But let's show you what I got this week. The first thing is I got a True Believers Carnage Mind Bomb. And it was, let me give you the YouTuber's name, Jack Yo, Jacyo. Last week, when I shown off my books, he left a message down below saying you have to check out this Carnage Mind Bomb. Make sure you get it because it's crazy. I flipped it open and it's a Warren Ellis story. So I was like, Warren Ellis doing a crazy Carnage story? I'll give that one a read. Why not for $1? So there's the first thing we got. Then we got, I'll give you the other repeat. This is Ragnarok, the Breaking of Helheim. Just because I gave my copy to someone. Gave it to Bob Wyachek, as a matter of fact, who didn't get his copy. And so I got another copy of it just because I need a copy for my collection, being that I got it. So, but I already bought this one a couple weeks ago and showed it to you. So, but I got it again. Then we have, let's see, Monstrous. Monstrous issue number 24. It continues. I wonder if this one's going to end. I don't know. I'm never good at guessing when these continued series are going to end and if they are. Just because I'm okay that they just continue going on, but we continue with our story, our fantasy story of monsters. This woman with a monster inside her, and this guy and that guy, and these people and the humans are against the animal people, and it's a fun story. It's really well done. It's got this sort of intricate pencil and color art. That's good stuff. Fantasy story just reminds me, too. The 2 I got last week, one was a fantasy story. Sarah and the Royal Stars and Resonant, which are both Vault comics, both ended up going on my pull list. I liked them. I liked both of the number ones from last week. I think they're 5-issue minis. So I put them both on my pull list. So you'll be seeing those for the next, 4 months. But Monstrous 24. We got the Beauty 28. The Beauty continues with our... Which story was... Man, this was a sort of cops and robbers story. Oh, man, I can't... Wow. They've changed genres so many times. I can't remember what the last issue was on this one. That's weird. Which was it? Was it a cop story? Was it a regular person story? Was it a sort of corporate story? They've done a lot of things. This looks like a sort of regular person corporate story here. I can't remember what was going on in the last issue of this one. That's weird, but Beauty number 28. This one's been around for a few years, so I've been enjoying that one. And speaking of being around for a few years, it's a new Terry Moore. Hold on, this phone's ringing. I made it stop for you because I didn't want to hear it. And that phone hardly ever rings. Terry Moore, issue number 3. I've been buying Terry Moore stuff since the mid-90s. This is his sort of Everything's Coming Together series where all the characters from his different stories are coming together to stop the world. And they've got 5 years to make the world end. That's Kachu, right? Is that Kachu or is that... Man, I can't even tell who his women are part. That's not Kachu. That's she's Rachel from Rachel Rising, right? And that's the woman from Echo. And that's Kachu. Pardon me, I thought that was Francine for a second. That's Kachu. That's the woman from Echo, and I think that's Rachel from Rachel Rising. I don't even... Matter of fact, I saw him. I think he did this for a T-shirt design. Yeah, I follow Terry Moore. I don't follow a lot of creators on Twitter, but I follow Terry Moore, and he posted this. I thought he said it was a T-shirt design. He posted the pencils and the inks, and then he sent it off to his whoever his colorist is. I can't remember now, to be colored. Let's see if it gives us to give us a credit of who the colorist is somewhere. I don't see it. I don't want to flip to the end. But yeah, t-shirt design now to cover. Fun stuff. Always enjoy Terry Moore. Then we've got The Goon, issue number 5. I guess it's finally on my pull. I was having a little trouble with this, getting this one in at first. Excuse me while I enunciate. Maybe I should have a sip of water, not booze like this guy. But The Goon's been good. The Goon's back to a town he wants. The other phone's ringing. Oh. The Goon's back to a town that he cleaned up once before, and it didn't stay cleaned up. Imagine that. So what was he fighting? He fought a mummy the issue before. I think he fought some zombies and vampires. So there's lots of supernatural stuff going on in this town. He's cleaning up again. I enjoy Eric Powell's stuff, so another issue of The Goon. And then here we have the end of an era. Oh, maybe, yeah, I guess it's an era. Paper Girls number 30. $5 last issue, extra pages. Wonder what they have. I have never once put one of these posters together. I don't know anyone who has. Rule number 1: a paperboy treats every other paperboy as his brother. From the American Newspaper Delivery Guide Handbook, published in 1932. Well, we finally reached the end of this time travel story. We'll see if our 4 intrepid paper girls make it back to their own timeline in 1980. I've liked it. I'd give it a B, though. It's not really an A series for me. It's a B series, but B's good. B's good enough for me to buy. I'll take it. But, Brian K. Vaughan, Cliff Chang, Matt Wilson, and Jared K. Fletcher have done a nice job on this series. Let's see, what else do we have here? This one just makes me shake the head with its cheesy joke. This is the new Cerebus in Hell, except it's called Fornicators Incorporated. Was the joke that he just wanted to put fornicators across it? And here's something weird. I just noticed this when I was in the store. There's a little line up here that says, because this is obviously copied from the format of Fantastic Four number 1, and they've done that with all their covers. They've been parodies of old comics. But I don't remember the Fantastic Four number 1 having Fantastic Four number 1 in the date across it. And I haven't noticed any of his other covers having that either. Maybe it's just because it's on white. Maybe, did the Fantastic Four number... I've seen the Fantastic Four number 1 cover a lot of times, and it never had anything like that on it that I remember. So I'm just wondering why he put that there. I don't know, but what a cheesy joke. Fornicators Incorporated. It's, Cerebus in Hell. Probably lots of it's Cerebus. It's comic strips of Cerebus literally in hell. I'm sure there's lots of fornicator jokes in here. There've been ones before, but probably fornicators go to hell, I imagine. And that's who Cerebus. And there's and it's all woodcut. He takes these all from old woodcuts because he can't draw anymore because he hurt his hand. So he takes those all from old woodcuts and pastes them out and pastes Cerebus in them too in the comic strips. But that's just a really cheesy joke. But this cheesy joke. Was that the last of them? Ragnarok, Feud. Wow, I think that's all. I think I've talked about all of them. Wow, I didn't even realize I went through all 8. I'm just so busy rambling here. And since I'm missing my... Oh, there we go. There's a little peanuts down there for you, which you can never see. Got a little... This is Walton Skizik's Gasoline Alley stuff. A little Terry and the Pirates up here. Some Pogo here. So lots of comic strips on this. Up here, you probably can see these regularly. These are some artist editions. And these are all my art cards. Let me see. I keep... that I show you here. These are all my art cards back here that I keep in these sleeves. That at one time had like some other kind of cards in them, but 15 years ago or so I started drawing my own art cards. So now I got rid of whatever, I don't know, football... Bugs Bunny cards I had in here and fill them up again with my own stuff. And just to show you a little more art, here's the stack. That's the stack of superhero art cards I did in the last, I don't know how long. I showed off a bunch of these, but just figured since I had the stack out, Little chameleon. Double chameleon. Figured I'd show these off again because, oh, look at that. 2 Hulks. I'll show you some side-by-side Hulks. Why not? Smiling Hulk, Scowling Hulk. Any other side-by-side guys? Let's see. I don't know why, but I'm going to put Crossbones and the Falcon side-by-side. I like the way they line up. 2 different colors. Oh, I haven't looked at these in a while, so I don't know. Jack of Hearts and Storm. But I have some of these up on eBay. I'll leave a link down below if you want to buy them. I think I put them up for $12, shipping included. But just figured I'd drag these out again because my easel's gone and my art's away. I didn't have anything to show you, so I'll show you some old stuff. And you guys all have a good week out there.